We had crossed paths years ago at the Academy and elsewhere. I don't know many of you, but hopefully we will get to know each other. So let's see. So before we jump into our programs, I think Bill's going to lead off with a presentation, and Christian and Dan put together a great agenda. First thing I want to do is just have some brief introductions and just have folks go around and just identify your name, your call, and where you come from, whatever you want to say about yourself. But then at least we get to your call sign. And there may be just a couple of quick club points of business before we jump into our agenda after that. So, sir, why don't you begin?
I'm Dave. I'm K7YFM, and I'm a retiree from W.
Great. In what program?
Live medicine.
Great. Yes,
I'm KJ7YO. I'm a technician at King County Metro. And I live in the rural, but I'm part of MST because I could get stuck in Seattle for part of the event. So I'm working on dual membership.
that's great. Welcome. Yes, sir.
Rob, KK7JXB.
Right.
I'm Ted, KJ7SCA. Live in SeaTac, and semi-retired, still working in the comm center at AMR Ambulance after 46 years. With MST and Civil Patrol.
Matthew, KK7BAS, West Seattle Radio Club member, also Civil Air Patrol member, because I am interested in basically helping out with civil distress.
Air Patrol.
Yeah.
My name's Ken. I'm KB3JA, a transplant from Three Land. I live in Tukwila, work with Tukwala's emergency comms team. I'm a MST PHRC member. I volunteered down at the VA hospital underneath those two repeaters that MST has, so that's why I'm here. And I enjoy all aspects of this. I'm sneaking up on QCWA ×2 now.
All right. Terrific. And where are you from? Three Land?
Pennsylvania.
Oh, what part?
York.
York. Okay. Well, I went to Pitt. I lived in
Okay.
Pittsburgh.
And I worked in Philly and lived in Jersey. Exit 3.
Great. Why don't we, Jose, why don't we go with you a little bit?
Jose Pagan, KK7 Golf Delta Echo, member of the West Seattle Amateur Radio Club, and I want to learn more about WinLink. That's why I'm here.
Great. Elizabeth.
Elizabeth Heath, KJ7CLP, member of the club. Here to see if I can get wind going. Thank you.
Hey, KI7PCA, part of the West Seattle Amateur Radio Club.
Barry, K7PAL, West Seattle, PSRC.
Scott Petty, K7ESP, medical support team. I come permissive.
We won't hold it against you.
My name is Charles, KJ7GKQ. I'm with MST, and I'm hoping to get my intermittent wind link fixed.
I am Dan, Kilo Juliet 7 Victor Delta Victor. I am the president of the MST, and special thanks. This has been a fantastic exercise working with you guys, and I'm really excited for this partnership. So thank you.
Yes, sir.
Alan, KD7KUS, MST, PHRC, I'm retired, and I live in Clay Ellen.
Bill, November 6th, November, Bravo, November. I live in Newcastle. I belong to MST, West Seattle Club, Seattle ACS, and coffee's kicking in, so I may be okay at this today.
That's a relief. We were kind of worried.
Oh, and I'm from Los Angeles.
Yes.
I'm James, KC7KBS. I'm a member of MST. I'm also the assistant web manager and membership coordinator for the MST. So, and I'm here to relearn WinLink. There's a lot of holes missing.
All right.
I'm Marina, M7LSL. I'm the founder and past president of the medical services team.
Thank you.
Christian, K7XTN, Medical Services Team. I think I'm a lapsed member of West Seattle Amateur Radio Club. I gotta renew my membership.
Okay.
Where's the stick? I know, that's right. The first error. And I've been doing WinLink for years, and I love these types of exercises because I always think that I've seen all of the problems, and there's always something new. There's always something new to learn. So we'll try to troubleshoot today.
John, Kilo Charlie 7, November Victor Echo, Medical Services Team, and I'm just a worker bee from Bothell.
And Tom.
Everybody, you want to introduce? All right, that's what. Yeah, so great. Well, welcome everybody. So let's see, just two quick items. First off, May, do you want to say anything about Field Day coming up?
It's next week, guys. Get ready. Sorry, Brian's not here. He's still in bed. And I've been part of the planning committee. Sit down there. Thanks, Ron. There are still, if you're interested in just even showing up or attending, it's great to get a head count of how many people are coming to feed people. So just put your name in. It's seattlefieldday.org. It's off the PSRG website to just click link in and just say I'm coming. That's it. If you want to just minimally do that. But if you're really interested in volunteering, so looking for some people for stuff and having our little powwows, our little volunteer powwows this coming week to just get everybody lined, to get ready for Friday for setup and get all the people on board on that to be ready for Saturday and Sunday's events. So it's gonna be a big deal. Any questions? Maybe I'm really hitting highlights here.
Yeah, no, that's great. Yeah, so it's Friday morning setup.
Yep.
And then Friday night, all day Saturday, and then Sunday morning breakdown. So if you can't be there for the program, at least the bookend setup and breakdown is hugely valuable. What are we using W7AW or? I don't know. Does the trustee know that? Okay, so our trustee doesn't know it yet, but there's a good chance that we can use W7AW. Okay, great. Yeah, so we'll trade points.
WSARC, I believe the clubs are also and it's just like line so community. So everyone, we're gonna advertise everyone in Seattle, especially West Seattle, the blog, but now.
Great exposure. Marina first. Sorry, you were gonna say that.
21 is located.
South Seattle College.
North parking lot. They built a building in our south field, so we don't get.
I'm not going to go on camera, but I want to remind everybody, we'll have a WinLink station set up next to the emergency hubs, and they're going to be doing the I am safe messaging practice, where we think we've solved the problem of phone number carriers. So we're going to be sending messages to numbers that folks come up with without putting the carrier in, and see if the system recognizes where it's supposed to go. So it's one step forward in getting it sort of self-healing.
We're gonna have several WinLink stations, and we're gonna sit people down and let them play. They can send messages to their friends, relatives, themselves, each other. We really enjoyed it when the kids would sit down and learn it and teach their parents how to do it.
Right.
So we've had a couple of good years out there.
WinLink is the gateway drug.
It is a gateway.
I think we're going to max out on points for sending messages.
Great, thank you for that. Frank, we were doing introductions before. Yeah, and say something if you could. Is that possible? Okay. K7 RSD.
I've got adapters here for Rod, who might have met.
Oh.
Okay.
But I'm sad.
All right. Okay.
Great, thanks, Frank. Okay, so, yes.
Did we ever find out if Swanbergs are here?
Oh, yeah, are Joe and,
Mr. and Mrs. Swanberg,
yes,
are you here
Swanbergs,
today?
are they here yet? They're not
From the
here.
hubs? Okay,
Okay,
thank you.
yeah, we have some visitors and Rita told us that they would be here. So,
They probably won't be here till 10 o'clock.
let's see, so the other thing I just want to mention real quick, and then we'll pass it to Bill to get going, or whomever gets it going. Just recently, on our club website, w7aw.org, if you, I don't know if it's the menu, but somewhere in there, we just established a new support team. It's an Elmer's team, but it's a support team that covers a whole range of categories. And I mention that because rather than just a generic info for questions that you may have about whatever the nature of the question is, we've actually identified 12 or some odd folks that have actual topical or question area connections or affiliations. So if you have a question about WinLink, Bill is identified and he can be contacted. If you have questions about HF, questions about repeaters, anything, I think anything. I mean, on the whole, we have it pretty much covered. But if you have any questions about that, and for whatever reason you're looking for someone to talk to in whatever way, go to our website, find that, and you'll find either phone numbers and email addresses. It's new, so I'm mentioning this because we haven't used it much as yet, and it might be a help. Okay.
Great. So I'll be sending out a note to at least the West Seattle email repeater here to let everyone know that a chance to sign up to help with the parade. Parade is 1.5 miles long. We need a radio operator at least once every block. That's 12 operators right there. If I can get 2 for every block, that'd be great. So I'll be sending out a note on that. And if you're not on the West Seattle email, you can reach me through the West Seattle email, WS7JIM@westseattlearc.org. And so, yeah, as many people as you can get. It's at 9 o'clock in the morning, start at 5K, the parade starts at 11, we'll wrap up.
Can't do it, I'm going to be back control, so I'll be back up. Go ahead, Frank.
I was gonna say, if I neglected to get my name on the owner's list, I would be glad to learn code.
Oh, great. Yeah, we need another one.
That's been my second language for 65 years. So I think I can do it. I'm glad to know.
Indeed. All right, so we'll put you on. And I would be remiss not to mention that if anybody wants to join the West Seattle Amateur Radio Club, it's a $12 a year per $12 a year commitment, and it's terrific. We have many people here from the club that you can talk to, but we have monthly club meetings here, if not at parks. Was it last month? We were at Lincoln Park, so we had just sort of a pop-up field event with radios and so on. We have an Alki summer picnic coming up in August, and we have an annual dinner in January, which is a lot of fun. So anyway, there's a lot. Check our website, you'll see our calendar and all kinds of things on it. But it's a good, fun group, and you can live anywhere in the region and be a member. You don't have to be in West Seattle. So feel free to join us. Okay, with that, I think I'll pass it along. Is it Christian?
Christian, I'm gonna do a quick question and then we're gonna have, and then Bill's gonna do an intro presentation. I just wanted to get a show of hands. How many people brought the full kit and caboodle to do WinLink on your own? Okay, yep, great. If you've got that means radio, sound card, computer. Okay. How many people just brought a computer? Just brought a WinLink computer? Great. We're gonna we'll have Bill's presentation, and then we're gonna have you come up this way to work. We'll have the sort of intro session right up here. So folks with just computers, after Bill presents, will move up here. And then, did anyone bring nothing? Anyone here with absolutely nothing? Great. Okay. We do have a station here if you want to try it out, setting it up. We've got a full state. We actually have 2 full stations, probably more. Anyway, so feel free to come on up. Okay. With that, I give you Pastor Bill.
No, I was able to say the words I wanted to say.
Bill, N6NBN, didn't want to do a slide thing. you've probably seen a bunch of slide things already about WinLink. The best thing I'm seeing is that people brought working kits, if they have them, and the desire to make one of their own eventually if they brought a laptop. That's awesome. A few years ago, I thought I was pretty good at WinLink. And I went to a couple of different hub events and I couldn't get my equipment to work. And I felt silly. That's not what I was there to do. I was there to be a productive, ACS, MST radio operator. I don't like feeling incompetent. That means it's time to learn something. So I built a portable kit and a small milk crate and put it on the passenger seat of my Land Cruiser so that I could do WinLink anywhere. So I had no excuse not to practice. And that helped. That helped a lot. By having your own kits, you know that you've got a known working station. And that means no matter what, no matter where, if you practice, you can do WinLink. And that is our job. If you're on the MST team, you're an MCOM operator. And we've got hospitals to support. And WinLink is a very important tool that we use to move information around when voice traffic isn't going to solve the problem. WinLink is harder than voice. As soon as you get a computer involved, you just made it 10 times worse. We will help you become WinLink operators if you want to. It's fun, it's geeky, it's extremely useful. And something hit me not long ago that it's really the only ham radio tool that we have that we could talk to non-hams. We could communicate with anyone with an email address in the world. Even cell phones have email addresses, as we've learned in the I Am Safe program. We can help people get messages to their out-of-area relatives if normal systems are not working in our area. I'm looking forward to being able to help people do that, even though I hope we never have a disaster, to be able to see the look of relief on someone's face when we've let their relatives know that they're okay, that Seattle hasn't slid into the ocean yet. We have those tools. Anybody with a ham license has that capability. We want to help you be able to do that if you want to. The fact that you're here shows that you're interested at least. Thanks for being here. That's all I got. Any questions before we start?
All right. Hey, so a couple of other quick things. So we're going to divide into 3 groups. Right up here, we're going to have a group of folks, the folks who brought computers, folks who are setting up for the first time. Going to help you out. And again, please feel free to grab. There's a station. There is a full station here. So for folks that would like to just figure stuff out on a new station. On this side of the room, for folks who haven't set up, who are having trouble. Actually, folks are set up around the room. Well, if you're having trouble with your setup, if you're having trouble with it, raise your hand and get Bill's or my attention. And then if you're interested in, we'd like to have you, if you're set up and everything's working, we'd like to have you try out some features. Position reports using templates and setting up your template favorites, and then using the position reports to get feedback. There's a gateway set up in the room here under K7XTN-10. It's on 144.940, so you can try pinging that station. That'll be easy to hit. And then one of the reasons why we're here is because you should be able to hit other gateways here locally, but just be aware that there's this one in the room. This is VAR FM, and my apologies. Just to be clear, we're focused on VAR FM this morning. Yep. Thank you for that clarification. Great. And again, any questions before we get started? Okay. Well, folks with the computers, why don't you come on up here and then again, raise your hands. And if you have a really difficult predictive problem, ask Bill. If you have something that's pretty straightforward,
For those of you online, if you have a question, speak up.
I'm people with the computer and nothing else. This side.
If you can enter the gateway, you want to see if you can reach, and it sends a really quick signal back. You find out immediately if you've got a good pathway that you can reach. There's a.
Oh, we went down there. What's done it? Yeah.
One.
Wow. You are now. You're trying to get the screen back. It keeps moving. What's that right there? That'd be great.
You can see it too.
Here's it. Sit close. Yeah. It's just us three. I'm not excited about this constant trip hazard for you, but. Right back.
You have a little bound thing too? It's everybody's gateway radio.
So if you want to do questions via chat, you're welcome to do that. I'll read them back to the presenters.
I think it's enough. Well, it's rental. Oh, yeah. Well, I have one on a camera tripod inside. That works. And I use that with I like that. Well, no. But anyway, I can't read it. So no. Every once in a while, I go to the team chat. Don't point that thing at me. It's loaded. Yeah. Every once in a while. Keying up the signal link, but it's not keying up the radio. That's what I think. I don't know if it's Bill or Christian. It's not receiving either. Open the swap and it doesn't show up on their eyes.
We also don't have a lot of radio. I am not experienced with them, so very good computers. And Windows is a lot of computers. Most of the people that they have not setting up the radio. Oh, we're gonna do a basic. And we're gonna send a message to Helmet, and I'll get into what it is Helmet. I'm not gonna go into detail, but I want to give people enough information to know why they would or would not use something. That's probably wrong.
Yeah, this station should be all ready to go.
That is my understanding. You're gonna take that station?
I don't know, I mean, you know, we can alternate and rotate, but I was just gonna use it real quick.
Okay.
And I'm good from doing it from home on my AC. I just want to have a portable radio set up for it.
I like him. Oh, wow. That is amazing.
Oh, that's right.
And what most people do is when it was really on some of the. That's why.
Where's the?
Don't take the. I don't know where it is. I don't know if it's open.
Is there an on-off button on this mouse?
No, not the fast one. I would be shocked if you just want to send weekly messages on Linux. There is a Linux client. Well, there is. Meaning for a gateway. Yeah, I would imagine that's open source as well. It's protocol is open source. Well, not open source, but it's available. For Windows. Is it Acts 25? What I understand is not it. No. Now that I'm saying it, Acts 25 is a hacker protocol. Not a Did that work for you?
Christian, if this is supposed to be working.
Yeah. Yep, so is it not streaming on Thursday?
Hiding. Yeah. Oh, got one now. Oh, there we go. Screen and yeah. Oh, you don't. Wait a second. I bet.
So very quickly, before we download it, I just want to show you tools. You don't have to go here anymore. This is a way to figure out where all
I wonder if the surface of this screen doesn't. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Okay.
And then actually, if you want to make that cursor bigger.
if you want to display.
So
That gateway probably is not.
what you want to do,
Really connected with just fine. It's not going to show up on this list. But we really want to go. down. Right. Yeah, you're gonna see a very unfriendly user interface. We're all old enough here to remember this was called browsing classes. Because we are the thing that we are looking for is Windows Express install. Classless as a zip file. Who knows what a zip file is? You do? Okay, that's great. So we click on that. Yeah, I know. All I'm doing.
So we're gonna have suppose seven.
I do encourage people, especially when they're starting out with Windows, to try their best to use explicit language when using that term. When we say Windows, like we'll set a Windows message with protocol, client, and server with gateway, I find it useful to try to kind of slip up to that. Like to say, don't say install WinLink, because when you use protocol, you can't install it. You install WinLink Express. You will sometimes see RMS. That is the original name of WinLink Express. I can't remember what it's.
Radio, RMS, radio messaging.
I think you might be right. Now I use this word client. Oh, this is a WinLink client. Client is a thing that serves a particular user on their local computer. So sometimes you will hear email client. So Apple Mail, for example, that's an email client. It's a program on your computer that talks to an email server. And it knows how to communicate with it to bring emails to your machine. In the same way, a WinLink client is an application. WinLink Express is just one.
So you can download WinLink Express and download.
Does anyone know why of all clients that are out there, why are we using WinLink Express?
Download on here, it's not already
It is
on.
not.
No, I know this was this is the practice.
You might
The whole kit. Oh, so. Here to see.
It's also
Yeah.
because there are so many features. People will have to opt into this. But it has one particular feature, at least for my industry. I'll be ready. And for hospital communications, lots of critical bed counts. That's what it's called. Supply requests, condition reports. We live and breathe form data. And so not having to be able to type that in email is really nice. Was everyone able to download that? So I'm going to open up a file browser. And my download is down. Most people do, but you could have your program. You can see I have it downloaded multiple times. That's just because I was practicing on for this training. I kept downloading it. You should just see one file. You should have not been printed. Oh, do you already have it installed? Okay. Oh, you just clicked into it already. That's fine. So that is the installer. I really wish it said installer instead of just install. So I'm going to double click on it. I will see. Yes, go ahead and double click on that. Now it's going to give us a warning. You should pay attention to these warnings. They are trying to protect you. So I can go into a detailed or a short description. How much information you want to know about why it's trying to No, I love talking about this stuff. Great, great. So a little bit is, as you know, viruses are common. And one way that bad actors would get viruses on people's computers is they would create installers like this. And they would have a name like Microsoft Word.exe. And they're like, oh, that's Microsoft Word. That's the program that I can, not knowing that it's a virus. You can make it a virus. So Microsoft said, okay, we're not doing it. If you want to install something on our computer, and you don't want to get a warning like this, you have to register that application with us. You have to prove that you are what you say. So if you install something, yes, and I believe there are fees associated with it. And this being an all volunteer thing, yes. So do listen to this. This is not something to ignore. But in this particular case, we know where this file came from. It wasn't emailed to us from some random person. We downloaded it ourselves, so we can click on it and run it. They are trying their best. It is really hard. Publisher, I know it has not read this. You're seeing something different on your shelf? It will. I don't know if it installs them, but it would have to. I know that I've seen it in the file. I don't know if it. I mean, yeah, it would register them in the registry probably as well. Would be my expectation.
Again, on this one, it wants a password.
Are allowed to install stuff. I do not know the admin password on that machine.
So more choices. I don't know. I thought this was already set up and just to practice using it. I didn't know it was practice downloading it.
I am not sure. My understanding was that was going to be a clean computer so that somebody could do it, install from scratch. But I did not verify that was something.
Okay. Yeah, that's what Christian said. So I started to download it here. But it wants a password or
Yeah, you want me to encryption on this?
similar to that, but different.
Yeah, the default it puts it. It's inside that, so it's.
Yeah, oh, I see. Sorry about that.
Let me show you something on my screen. This is confusing. What we're looking at is WinLink will not tolerate without registering. And so this is it. No, you got to do this. You're going to be on smart screen, just talking right. So have you ever said so you will have to use your password for your WinLink account. If you have never done it, this is how you set it. Well, yeah, nice. Name that sheet. I would encourage you to name it something else. In the unlikely event that they do, the first thing they'll look for is a file called password. So if you call it something like grandchildren's favorite pets or something like that, yeah. Or I like to name things like that, utilities. No one's like, oh, utilities, I'm not gonna look at that. That's boring. Very smart and auto filled out all of this content. So I'm just having Andy. I appreciate that. It's clever, but it makes it work.
Sorry. Yeah, so we thought, okay, this would be good to have, you know, a station where folks are going from start to finish. Oh, yeah, when I said practice station, I thought it was all going to be set up on this. Yeah. That's what it should be.
Let's do it, Al.
All right. So, do you have a functioning WinLink set up?
At home, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I did you rig on my engagement.
What it will do is it will. If you have
This one is very similar, where if you click on sound card, actually, I'm sorry, click on virus settings. I've already set up. And that's right. Actually, I think that's fine. So you can click close, all right. And settings. And then click sound card. And then, no, that's it. Click close. I'm just looking at it. Okay, so that looks right. Okay, so you can click close. Okay. And then click on back on settings, sorry. And PTT. And then we're gonna click DRA board.
That's not fine.
RA board.
It will allow you to configure.
Oh, yeah. And then, okay, and then click close.
Oh, hi.
Is that what you should be using in general or not?
No, for DigiRig, it's a for the DRA.
Oh, I see. It's less the sound card device.
So click on settings, yep. And DRA boards have this rip, and then go back to sound card. And now.
If you forget your password later.
Oh, I'm sorry. And so we're looking to make sure that the PTT is set to the RA board. That's right. Okay. And it's left and right. That's correct. So that's good. And then you can go hit auto tune. If you want to make, if you can check and see if it's working by clicking tune. And then you just look over here to see in the videos. And then you want to stop because you're transmitting. No, you want to hit stop. Stop.
Oh, stop.
Yep.
All right. Oh, I see. It goes to the tune.
It's just transmitting. Yep, then click close. And now down here, well, we got the, just click on this window back here, just so we can pull that window up. Just put all of that. So here you want to send, you'll enter your call sign. And again, we did set this up so someone could track this. It actually, that doesn't have to have an account.
Okay, actually set it up. I mean, I can put my account in there. Anyway, if you'd like to do that.
Yeah, it's active, but it's not on the top. Yeah. Search bar.
No capitals are good, although it would work just fine.
Go find it. Hit enter to see the list of.
What's a grid square here? Do we?
I was gonna use this one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we gotta find the grid square using Levine Center.
Okay. I mean, I know mine at home, but I don't know what it is here.
That's the one you want, the one at home.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Just a reminder, if you have any questions, please put them in chat and I'll pass them on to the presenter.
Yeah, so I'm gonna put in my home address here.
Good.
Wish I could have said. And if your address is set on QRZ, you could just put in your call sign.
Hey. What I do.
You do not have an internet connection for this account. Not be
Oh. You need internet. What's the
If-
password again?
Um,
Bring joy.
Bring space joy for the Wi-Fi. So this is
The Wi-Fi.
Okay, okay. We have to set this computer up on Wi-Fi.
These are key sensitive. So it is important that the competency absolutely.
Well, I would have.
Can you use this chair?
No, go ahead.
Send a notice out, that there's a testing session at the top of the hour, and I'll get flooded with
Okay, we had,
So grid square is pretty big actually.
yeah.
No, it's just this special field that, if you've got the thing wrapped up on your system. And this is, since there's three parts on one application. If someone wants to upgrade, it's right there.
Change the case of it.
Yes.
It says it's connecting.
Yes.
No, this is with Texas. Texas. We've got to feed through it. Digital. Usually about 36 hours. Well, you know what? This one's been probably longer than
must be wrong about the cases. I thought it was sensitive. I'm gonna do something fancy here. You do not have to do this, but it is easy to learn how to do it. I'm gonna hold down the key with one finger. I'm gonna press tab.
That's just one of the keys.
It's two applications. Real fancy.
Hold the tab key, otherwise it'll just keep spinning. Press it once.
Yeah, you pull down
Just like you.
No, you hold it down, tap once. Then again, go to the next one, and again, one at a time. Yes. Yep.
It's very handy. It's a little tricky. There you go, of course, they encourage you. If you do not, you will periodically bring up the thing that says, would you like to support us? And I leave it to you whether or not you want to.
We'll give you all caps. Yeah, only give you all caps.
This is important for gateways. Some gateways only want people to connect to them. So since I'm an end operator, I have space and process. Because I want you to show me the middle gateways that are meant for emergency communication. No enforcement mechanism on this. There's a radio phase. Zuber, and I would only put this for the kind of things that I can. I don't even know if there are other services. These are the ones I care about. This list is gonna be. So you got a line of. I do. Right. So. I would put in income. If you are practicing, that counts as emergency communications. Right? You're verifying your connectivity, you're learning to use the system for the purposes of emergency communications. So I would consider this passive. Yeah. Separate service code by spaces. So no comments, just like always. Just in case it's needed. That's not all. Yeah.
Well, just to annoy her.
Right, there's nobody want. So this is mostly for the willing people. If they saw something getting a synchronic in your installation, it's a really great to show up to someone again. Surprisingly responsive. So if you maybe you have some weird thing like I'm in the Congo and you need case they were looking at why you systems that use. It's my understanding. Please take that with some amount of doubt. That is speculation. That's speculation. I don't know what they, has something to do with HF, and I've literally never keyed up an HF radio. Oh, nice. That's great. I mean, there wasn't much to it. Crystals and oils and acids. I do miss that aspect of it. But like it used to be, if you could communicate over HF, you had a super. Most people could not do. You had a very expensive cost to communicate. And now, you don't even have you don't even think about focuses. That's fine. So the logs is relevant. It will keep a log of everything you've done. So then after an emergency action, you can say, okay, export the logs and give that to the team to be like, here are the logs of everything that might think it's going to. So 2 weeks is fine. How long will it keep the messages? We don't know if it's relevant. It's years. So it is, but it's, if you were sending big images and sound files, because this is compared to a modern communication that we're used to over the internet, this is very slow. The reason why this one could be late is let's say you're connected with WinLink. Packet's very slow. You remember the dial-up modes for the beams. It's that speed, right? And so let's say you arrive at the hospital and you're there and you're ready to do your emergency communications and you connect and you haven't connected with it. And it says, no. You're not sending a message. This gives you the option to say, no. I don't feel like that is a situation I want to find myself in. So that you can suppress that traffic. Yeah. You I'll do this right now. Generally, you do want to update right away. Settings. That's the same screen. So anytime you want to change it, absolutely. These are not perfect. I can put a different color. Yes. Or you took over for someone else. Was there? Time. Honestly, I haven't experimented with that. We should probably play around with that. It's a very real thing that you can have on station. Probably going to be I believe I heard him say yes, and that was so we've got all only now are we seeing the Human Express interface that you work with. Oh, okay. Yes, please. Oh, that's good. Very slight. I am actually not affiliated with Seattle. Ah, so. All right, so now you're going to use that button that says send email password reset. Oh. Well, what was the specific error message? Did it say incorrect password or no? Oh, yeah, I guess it does. You asked that, and I said no, there are no restrictions. Okay.
No, not too big. Oh, 6 to 12? Oh, you more than 12. Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Well, I asked her.
Oh, there you.
Yeah. Here all the time.
We're going to do that next. You are registered.
Oh, you can take a second.
Oh, yeah. So, this will be familiar. As you probably remember, the way email is used to be. When you got an email from server, it came down onto your computer, and it was gone from that server. And if you went to another computer and said, find my email, it'd say you don't have it because it went to this computer. Nowadays, if I log into an email anywhere in the world, I see it through my mail, but I'm really only looking for a window to my email, which is on Google servers. This is the old stuff. You download that message, it comes off of the WinLink server onto that specific computer. So if I'm at the hospital, for example, which I'm often practicing at the hospital, and I get my WinLink email, that WinLink email is sitting on that computer, and it will not. I won't see it. I'm sure they are very handy. There is nothing here that is not in the menu items. These are the answers over email. So are things you've seen for sending email. If you remember from the dial-up days as well, when you sent email, it just sat in your outbox. And it wasn't until you put the phone in the book or you connected to the BBS or whatever that it would stream all of your emails out of the outbox. This is the same way. As far as this is concerned, there's no internet. There's no radio, there's nothing until you connect by opening the session. So we're going to get into that now. But I can probably this session is a little higher, and it's in bold. It doesn't even look like it looks like a label for this drop down. No, know it's not. It's a very important button. It's one of the most important buttons. This is how you open a new session. Maybe it is, maybe it is. Just wish that here one second. The other menu. You're opening one of these sessions here. And a lot of options. You don't need to worry about the menu. What this is telling us is there are many, many ways to use messaging. The vast majority of the stuff we do is RFM. Here is a fancy way to go directly from a computer to another computer without involving the WinLink gateways. That's an advanced topic. Let's not worry about that right now. These, I don't even know what those are. They are advanced enough that I never use these and don't know what they do. Oh, I wonder if this is. Yeah, there is a drop down here. Arrows there.
Didn't bring batteries, but it turns out.
If you click open the session, the window will go. The type of window that comes out will vary depending on what you have selected. We're gonna do telebacks. Yeah.
On that WinLink?
Yes.
Okay. Yes, I would just.
You know what?
Everything that you type, it's not encrypted. So tell that it's just a wide open channel that anybody can look at.
It is an internet. So that's kind of a weird thing. So like I thought we were doing email over radio. Why is there an internet protocol here? And that's one for convenience if you happen to have the internet. Or right now we're going to be registering for you. You're going to be registering your account for the first time. It's an easy way to do that. As long as you have internet, it always works. But telnet is not an emergency protocol. The whole reason we're using WinLink. The internet's down. If the internet was up, I just sent an email. Right? So I do want people to understand what telnet is just enough to know what you shouldn't probably be practicing. There are occasionally use cases where for convenience you might use it. But if you are only sending WinLink messages over telnet, you're not really using WinLink the way it was meant to be used. It's not solving the problem WinLink is meant to solve. Either of those. That's a whole nother session of setting up packet. And we would need to have our sound cards and our radios. And I think when we're done, we'll go and you should go and look and see how those things are set up. Yes, you do. So why do we need an external sound card? Yeah, super confusing. Why don't they make this more clear? You technically could use the Windows computer. It would be a pain in the ass to configure it every single time you wanted to use Windows. You'd have to say, no sound card, don't do those with those speakers, do that over here. And then it would try to do that every time. It would be more complicated. That is sophisticated enough that as a computer professional, I run a software development company. I was like, I don't want to do that. That seems too hard. You need something.
How much are
They're coming down. What are the digirates go for? I mean, that's still $6.
So they have adapters that go for your audio jack.
Oh, all right. It's fine. Don't get me started on superhero movies. Every problem in a superhero movie is solved with violence, even if it's the good guys. Yeah. Oh, James Brown.
So is power. And it's like, you don't have all the other ways. And
I get so frustrated.
Hammer. So it was like $50 for ginger ale. There are other options. I'm sorry. You asked a question. Can I answer it?
Oh, that's okay. So I noticed that a lot of these might have adapter for
Yes.
they have adapters and cables that you can directly from that rig.
Yeah, the WinRig will do the PTT for you.
That makes good sense. That's probably why you want a busy rig.
Not to my knowledge. I do not feel qualified to do the packet version of this. I would want to make sure we get you with the right person. My understanding is, yes, you need both the rig, which is agnostic, and the right cable for your rig, because it needs to go into the jacks of your rig as available and know which connector is pushed to top. I mean, I do it with my my Yaesu FT6.
That's my point.
It works just fine.
Why don't you come over here and do what you have?
I see better.
It has USB on one side and a 4 conductor on your side. I mean, I have the signaling. But the signaling, I feel like it's a little bit more persnickety about which kind of radio it's connecting to. Even with the digirig, you do need the right cable, but at least you don't have to buy a new digirig. So I was at the hospital one time, the signaling at the hospital failed, and I was like, oh, I'll just use mine. No, I had the signaling for my 5060. Yaesu, it didn't work with the Olympia radios that were at the hospital. And I was like, guys, so I need a special signaling just for each radio. Yes. If you're clever, they do have guides where you can go in and change your jumpers. I did not feel like that was I suppose you could get switches on there so you can manually configure the jumpers from the surface. To me, that'd be kind of again, I don't you use. Yes. I don't mind going through one.
I ended up teaching with that. I know. Well.
So we are going to wait till next to open that session. We're going to click open session here. While this drop down is showing.
Oh, that's right.
You should just have to click open session. Yeah, so it's not doing anything yet. It's just ready to go to the Windows servers and ask them, hey, do you have this? So I'm going to do that right now. I do that by clicking start right here. You don't need to know any of stuff. Something weird happened. A very fun person. This is zero set, which is what we expect. I'm gonna guess one of them is a. One was automatically selected, and so it made it marked as red. I do have. So this is Phil telling me he found a laptop in red. Every industry has this. This is
Yeah.
I see some reason why I encourage people to use specific language. So here's one. Here's one from ASMSD, that's Carlos, long-standing member of my organization. Now you know he's sending me check-ins, which encourage people to do this for our weekly notes, for voice and it's just sending me a written check-in. Okay. Have you constructed? Yours is probably going to be different because it's going to register you for the first time. Let's date it. Everybody having fun? You have to open the session and then start the specific communication protocol. Because of the way Telnet works, Telnet isn't like the internet where we can just leave it open. It's going to open it and pass the data back and forth. There's an open channel on that server, and that server doesn't want to just leave that channel open. It wants to open the channel, have the communications, and then terminate that channel. It costs resources for that server to keep it open. Not a lot of resources, but it has to keep that open and listening to it in case there's more traffic. Yeah. And I'll never forget that. Yep, open the sessions. Open sessions. Let it do its submission configuration. It's now start them all. Send an email back out. And then close it here. We're gonna do this together. Now this fancy thing that you can do because this one. You can put it in a but you only need to put it in so my email address and send a message to you. And then I'm going to put it in your phone. Send me remind me your thoughts. And I'd like you guys to do the same. You can go to my
Even if they know it's keeping the code, you still have to license. Very, very important. Volunteers have built this system. I don't know what it is. That alone. Yeah, okay, so yeah, okay, so we're sorry for the section.
Yeah, I put in comments and it auto changed the comments into semicolons, so.
Yeah.
That works. I do not believe there is a pass list. So, tell me how this is being used for this one.
Yeah.
That is not a restriction. I can send an email using this to any registered possible. They do. I don't know what happens if they're not registered. I would guess you get a pass.
All right.
That is probably a feature that I just don't have. But it is not on my default. All right, I'm going to send the subject. I'm gonna draw your attention to this. This is a fun feature. Not everybody accesses Winlink all the time, right? It could be days before this gets checked. If this message is important to you, you want to know whether or not they got it. Turning on request message receipt will do that. When they read it, it will send. Yeah. And there's a way, I'll have to see if I can do it. I think it's in preferences. To set it so that it will automatically send read receipts for you anytime someone requests it. So I have that turned on in my system because if they're requesting read receipt, why wouldn't someone requesting it? So for a reason, there's not really privacy and security issue here for the kind of work we're doing on here. It's not like sending emails with my financial advisors. And so I'm not concerned about that being used in a way that so I am going to. Figure it out. Have you registered with Winlink? No, I'm glad. Yeah, I'm curious. I've never actually tried to send pay six.
Delta Echo.
Let's see what happens.
Yeah, well, I won't go.
Well, but I might get a bounce right away. So that'll be interesting as well. Okay, I'm going to now post you a box right here. So you can see my outbox now has one message. That will never get sent unless I do something to send it. This isn't Gmail. It's just sitting there. So I changed my mind. Oh, gotcha. Yeah. Interesting. That's a good idea.
But I could see it.
I'm going to open a new session. I keep closing this. You could just leave this open in the background. I'm just closing it to be very explicit about everything that I'm doing. You could even set this to auto connect. So if you were in an emergency situation where you had some weird scenarios, maybe this is the answer, you could set it to maybe every 10 minutes to stop it.
Yeah, you don't want it to do up.
Yeah, yeah, it's a waste of resources. Has it? Yes, although not so much over telephone. But yes. Is everyone posted their message to their outbox? So let me post mine first. I'm gonna start. Outbox is now empty, send items on outline. And now I'm disconnected. Notice I received no mail because you haven't posted your message. So why don't one of you tell that when you will make sure that should already be started. Tell this one with that thing that does not look like a button.
Ready? Start.
You should get 2 messages. Did you start your meeting? This button right there. We'll start a comment session and we'll both send more messages and receive any messages. If I want to get this. Or if you're curious if it's already you can tell that mine's over here. They do this subtle thing. Oh, God. That is weird. It's you want me to just put start? Let's do another session. I wonder if that outbox is the read receipt. You said yes, I want to send a read receipt and put it in the outbox. That's what let's find out. So I will not have received it yet because I haven't started the session. I'm disconnected from it. So I will start. There's nothing for to say. Probably 2 from you and 2 from us. So now, so that if the call sign is not registered, that is apparently what happens. Oh. Okay, okay. So here's an acknowledgement that I received. That's a computer science term. It literally is. It's called an ACK. It's short for acknowledge. There's also something called a knack. You may sometimes see, not acknowledge. If you were expecting something in computer science and didn't receive it, sometimes you will send a knack saying, I thought you were going to send me something, but I never got it. There's a knack. And then they know, oh, I better resend it. More information than you need. That's why you're seeing that.
Oh. There's a little bit of 766. But it doesn't know you. Oh. That's
So I just sent her some hacks out, so if you connect again, let's start again. Wait, no, I haven't. So I cut them, I haven't.
Just a reminder, if you have any comments or questions, please put them in chat and I'll transfer them to the speaker.
There's my hack from going double back out.
That's me.
Right. Now you're cooking with me. Really? Now you want to be using? Which is the whole purpose of WinLink. So for training purposes, that's great. We get to fiddle around with the interface, we get to send some stuff around. We'd be here for another half an hour. Yeah. This is the start. It is. I'm going to show you one more thing. You can play with it if you want to, but it's kind of idiosyncratic. But I mentioned part of the reason why we use WinLink Express, which is a WinLink client, is because it has a bunch of built-in forms that can be very useful in emergency situations. So if I go to messages, select there's like it's kind of overwhelming how many of these there are. You can see it's like, look at all this. And some people will create custom ones for their own sensitive. New message. Here's one. I'm gonna do a win.
Oh yeah, you have to open up your internet.
So it does something really goofy. I get why they do it. It's probably it was just easier to develop. But it's kind of weird. It opened my browser. In my browser now. This is Microsoft Edge. And so yeah, it's a nice form, but it's confusing that it throws you into your browser. That's just how it works. I'm gonna choose the read. Did it give you an error message? Well, I know. So, to prep for this, to make sure that this was a true training session, I reinstalled Windows on this machine. So this is a fresh install. And when I installed Windows, it really was installing a fresh install of Windows. So because I wanted to make sure there was nothing that I did and kind of forgot, oh yeah, that's right, I did that special thing. I wanted to make sure we were truly doing the same thing at the same time. So there should be nothing about my setup. Now there may be something about, although I'm also on an HP. Yeah. It opened this. So it's going to try to be time. I'm gonna put in a 2 here. Sorry. Pretty sure that works, but I want to prove it. Station. So this might be first note. Sign hospital. Additional operators. Here on the station. This is an exercise. For amateur radio. I will be communicating over yeah. So my station is first hill, but maybe I didn't get into the hospital. We've heard of this. You get there and security's like, I don't know who you are. So you're like, all right, I'm stuck in. It's automatically filled in my lap long, but is it correct? No, it's not. It's not. That's my. So like I might, this is probably something I should go, I'm not gonna fix it right now just because I'm but understand that in its effort to help us. Remember when we were setting up our preferences page and we looked up our grid everywhere location? That's what it's filling in. Although I believe it's smart enough that if you put in your lat long, it will count as a picture. We had to ask security. It's letting me change the subject of the message. To complete your submission, click OK. Yeah, I'm already fine. Then it does this thing, which I don't like. Most people see it. You can see this message this is very specific to that form. If I submit this exactly like this, the receiver will be able to populate that form with this data automatically. We're going to test that. No idea what this message is. So they had a TNC. Let's see. We hit the answer. So I made him call her. Are you going to submit that message or do you want to do it? Good man. So good guy. He does this. So does a required field. It's not an asterisk. The radio person. Best practice we can fill it out. Oh, he does. He does everything. And
put a hand on it. You put in but yeah, you got the Kingston and. So anyway, so but I and you got.
Okay, I'll go with you.
Okay, what's that? Okay. I put some white center. Make it happen. Like, will it take anything or will it force you to use a grid square? Well, if it's a grid square. Oh, right. Oh, yeah, so
Yeah.
okay,
I was using it.
that way. Right, it can't be reached because it gives you this from there. That means the message is now that in your witness household, all tab to witness.
Good.
So tab to witness. No, try the other one. Now.
I got it. Software. Yeah, you should have a form now.
Yeah, that's an acknowledgement.
It should have a window, like a message here.
Yeah, this is the acknowledgement I sent back to you. No, not for me. Yes. Why, did you check that box that said, show me the messages before you download?
Right, generally. We did okay. Morning down there.
Stand behind you.
Doesn't mean you shouldn't try. I was countering a guy in randomly, but he was doing one of the installations. And this is very, but he wasn't trusting the others.
He was press select template. Is that what we're trying again? Or are you just trying to send it to him?
He's got okay. Any animal. And the idea that he's good. But he's still really random with leaders. That's what they want to say. That's a whole train. And I use just one of my staples. I know, I can see it. I haven't done it yet on the buddy one. Make some average.
You don't know if I ever received that message. Right. Well, no, receive it. It doesn't say open. It says when the server sent it to my machine. That's all that means. So somewhere on my machine, I read it or not, that's up to you. There it is. So now trying to simplify it. Same process, except oh.
No, I wish. No. This is 99.
Right, fill out that form. Sure, got it. And then create a new message.
I'm gonna use the restroom. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
How to monitor the packet and borrow. So it's pretty impressive. I mean, listen, I think people are kind of doing stuff.
I think I could probably.
But it's not ready to go yet.
Eat donuts, eat donuts.
Never log up to Winley, you'll never get the acknowledgement. Really, now I said the acknowledgement is sitting up on the server, but you never log on to Winley, you'll never get that message. Yeah. Ready? Yeah. This way it'll send the CRV. And say okay. Well, that's fine. Okay, so now. So it's been here in this. So the acknowledgement steps.
Top thing. Yeah. I think that's just creating more problems and it's like, and then click update on the lower level. There you go. I think that'll be a little nicer. So. The session is that. So the point you made about the acknowledgement is you have to open a session, send a message. They're going to receive the message. And even if you say acknowledge, it just goes into their outbox. So then they have to open a session, send the acknowledgement, and then you have to open a new session to receive that acknowledgement. Yeah, I think that's about right. One might say clunky. But yeah, I mean, this is what we do. It is. Yeah. Like Morse code, right? That is all of the prepared content that I have. I'm happy to answer questions or play around or whatever you like. I'm going to make you look around and I want you to guess. How do you close other programs? Do you ever close the window? Now that's those. You can. These are just leftover browser tabs. It's sloppy. You don't like it, but that's what it is. That's your installer. So you could delete now if you wanted to, now that it's been installed.
You can even automate that. But anyway.
And once you get used to that grid, I saw it immediately, but I'm like, because I know what it's supposed to look like. It's easy for me to find. Two, really fast, Winlet Pro.
All other security.
Yeah, it's a big start.
Never done that
Okay. Any answers?
It might.
Jose, email me wants us.
Yes. I mean, this might be a thing to look for at Nike. Or every time yeah, Nike.
That's great.
Well, I'm gonna make some notes.
Wow. Right, right. Yeah.
Maybe. I've got all three. Cool.
Oh, okay. Ah. Nice. Yeah. Yeah.
So it'll be an entryway. So we'll see.
Yeah. The question that I would really want to be able to ask someone, and this is part of the reason why I'm not teaching the packet bar parts, is I'm very new to those, and I don't feel good enough that I could coach you. What I don't know is how special is the cable that goes to this. Is it pretty much any fork connector cable to a digirig, or does it need to be the bow frame? I just don't know.
Yeah, that's real.
Oh, I want some help.
And you get a look at that stuff. I don't want to go anywhere. I need to work on this. We're going somewhere.
And it's a years.
Yeah.
Wheelchair, not well.
Probably down is even worse.
Yeah, down's worse. Up, I can do up.
Yeah.
Down, I.
Yeah, break. Yeah.
I can't. Unless I- because when old enough to come.
Right. Get there early.
Once I today I was walk by, there was one, so was up, like, it's not here.
Yeah, that's unusual for the Salvation Army.
My store, they ought to have.
I would think so, yeah.
Anyway, so trying to.
Yeah, when I'm out of town, I definitely don't bother. That's fine. Okay.
But this is.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we did.
They do have one art. Oh, nice, okay.
Hi there, thank you for organizing this.
Yeah, well, I mean, certainly.
Nice. I had well, the problem was, I had an MST. I had my radio set up for an MST. So I could use it.
Yeah, it wasn't much.
And it keeps coming back and saying that the password is invalid. And so, and that was it was connecting, but it wasn't sending any messages. And so I had to delete so I had to delete the MST account. That was
What, give me radio?
yeah.
I don't need it. I got too much.
Because I've been bringing my own equipment. And so I can get the passwords. Correct.
You buy the cable for your radio.
So what is the right?
You buy the Baofeng kit. Didgeridoo. Assume you're talking about the didgeridoo sound. Yeah.
They have about.
Yeah. Yeah. That's two cables.
Okay.
The cool thing is you can even program your Baofeng through the didgeridoo. The church software talks to the radio, so the same cable will work for programming as well as doing windring stuff. But you really should use a mobile radio for windring. That just put out much power. And it's gonna run the battery out. But you can do it. I've been outside with my little didgeridoo and my little Baofeng, and it actually worked. In fact, the guy that caused me to do that is here today, Matt. He showed me his tiny Winlink station. I went, shoot, now I gotta do that. So I did. But yeah, you can do it.
And it's not. It seems to be the nature of it. I spend most of the sets troubleshooting.
What you,
Well, I got it down to, you know, I've only run it 10 minutes. but it seems to work out really fine.
Yeah.
And I'm able to get through with everything. I have a HF function. The emergency management. HF.
Right.
Because I'd like to try and see especially with
Yeah, that's cool.
yeah, I mean, that's the thing.
Yeah.
I mean, it would be fascinating to actually try to be good here with Eastern. Like if we have a major event here, Eastern Washington.
Yeah.
And so if we could funnel our Windlink traffic through a well-known station, like Eastern Washington knew, oh, major conference in Seattle. I need to set up here, we're already established.
Which I would also use,
And then
probably.
Yeah.
Well, I haven't played with it because every year it's all. Okay, well,
Knock out another one.
knock out another one. All right, thanks so much.
You're welcome. Are you all set? Okay. You cannot use it over radio. Yeah, we have another half an hour to an hour's worth of, probably half an hour worth of work to do to get you set up on a radio. Yeah. Like we could do it really fast, but we need to know how to do it. Like we gotta do like we did with this, like step by step, you on the keyboard, you play.
Really quick, everyone, we have about 20 minutes. We'll start breaking down at 11:30 to make sure we're out of this space. Sound good?